To drink or not to drink coffee on the carnivore diet? That is the question. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, nothing gets people more excited than the conversation about a cup of morning joe. Can you drink coffee on a carnivore diet and be successful? In principle, you shouldn't drink coffee because it is from the plants. In fact, the most active agent in coffee, caffeine, is the nature's insecticide there to kill the bugs that try to eat the coffee plant. But for us humans, it stimulates our nervous system, it makes us more alert, releases extra adrenaline. Some people actually will have bowel movement following drinking of coffee. And it stimulates our mood, gets us to do some work that we otherwise might be lazy to do. So people love to drink coffee, and it's a lot of it drunk here in the United States. About 60% of the adult population drinks coffee every day, or almost every day. If you ended up on the carnivore diet to reverse chronic diseases of your gut, so things like autoimmunity, which comes from increased gut permeability, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, very low stomach acid, you have all kind of skin issues, allergies, then your best bet is to give up coffee. Perhaps you have to do it in increments, maybe start with carnivore diet, drink coffee, but when you get to the point that you decide I am in the phase of dietary intervention into my health, then give up coffee, because your gut permeability will reverse and normalize a lot faster than with drinking coffee. If you go on the Paleomedicina website, a clinic in Hungary that treats people with paleo-ketogenic diet, they actually have records of patients who did paleo-ketogenic diet with coffee and paleo-ketogenic diet without coffee. And as you can see on the graph, the red line indicates a person that was doing PKD with coffee, and the green line shows a patient that drinks it without coffee. And the gut permeability improves faster and quicker for the person that stops drinking coffee. So when it comes to coffee, it is not only about caffeine. There are other compounds that can affect your gut permeability. Things like polysaccharides, alkaloids, trigonolines, nicotinic acid, amino acids, and the list goes on. Not to mention that there are different ways of growing of coffee, meaning what you spray it with, is it grown organically? There's also the way you harvest coffee, the way you dry it, the way you package it and ship it for processing, whether it's ground, maybe the coffee got some mold in it. There is a lot that can go into that morning cup of coffee that can affect the health of your gut. This article about coffee from Paleomedicina is so excellent, and it has so much valuable information. I will link it in the description box, and I really hope you click on it and read it. And if you were debating whether to give up coffee or not to reverse chronic disease, I think once you read this article, you will have no doubt that you will be better off going through the pain and giving up coffee. If you are using carnivore diet for the sole purpose of losing weight, then if you have to have your coffee in the morning, then it's alright. You probably can get away with it, especially if you're drinking a single cup of coffee that is black, organic, brewed at home, no crazy creamers or sweeteners in it. You'll probably be okay, and you will be successful on the carnivore diet. And if the only reason for you not to go carnivore is having to give up coffee, then don't give up coffee and go on the carnivore diet. A lot better strategy. If you suffer from anxiety and or can't sleep at night, you have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep, then look at your coffee consumption, because this is the most common culprit. Especially if you cleaned up your diet. You are now on the carnivore diet and everything is going well, except that you don't get that good night's sleep and you still get anxious and you still drink coffee while being carnivore. it's probably time to give up coffee. When it comes to metabolic diseases, so things like diabetes type 2, hypertension, the research on coffee is really mixed. Some research shows that it's safe to drink coffee. It is actually beneficial when you have diabetes type 2 or prevents you from going diabetic. On the other hand, there's research showing that caffeine prevents the proper work of insulin. So it's really difficult to figure out where we stand with coffee. One thing I can assure you, nobody look at coffee consumption and its benefits or disadvantages to health in the context of being on the carnivore diet. So if the only thing that would prevent you from going carnivore is the fact that you have to give up coffee because it's from plants, then please drink your coffee and go carnivore. I'm sure you will lose the excess weight, and reducing in carbohydrate consumption will definitely reduce hypertension. So if you have to have your coffee, then try to make it at home as much as you can. Buy preferably organic, brew it yourself, and then drinking without any sweeteners, whether it's even honey or stevia shouldn't be there in coffee, and don't add any creamers. Perhaps you can get away with organic heavy cream, but that's about it. If you were to drink 3-4 cups of coffee, definitely reduce this at least by half, and then just stick with the cup of morning joe. Myself, I love coffee. I love the ritual of making of it, the flavor of it, the smell of it, drinking it in social settings with my friends. Unfortunately, coffee doesn't love me back, and I had all kind of health problems that I didn't even know about because I was drinking coffee every day, and once I stopped, they all went away. So I'm never going back to drinking coffee on an everyday basis. I would sometimes drink it before important meeting or with jet lag, or I had a sleepless night because my children were sick and I have an important day at work. Then this is when I'll have a cup of morning joe, and then I get the benefits of coffee. It gives me that extra boost of energy that I need to get through an important day. But that's about it. If you think this information was useful, share it with anybody that is battling with a coffee addiction and knows that they have to quit it. In the description box there are details how to get in touch with me and request coaching. I recently put together a new coaching program, so if you want to check it out, the links will be in the description box. In the meantime, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!